Hi investors, welcome to another episode of our series Journey to 10 Crore by Vishal Vealth View. आज का episode is a special request. One of our subscriber asked me to analyze one stock. So I'm going to use my investment philosophy that I use to buy companies, and I'm going to analyze this company as well. Now, this is not a buy or sell recommendation. So, whatever conclusion I come to, do not take your investment decision on the basis of that. This is just a educational video, just so that you can learn how to basically analyze a company. Along with that, if you want me to review your portfolio, you can send it to me at vishalvealthview@gmail.com. Along with this, if you like this content, do subscribe to this channel, and without wasting much time, let's jump into this discussion. So, सबसे पहले I'll talk about my investment philosophy that I use to buy any company. I'll usually look at two aspects. One is quantitative nature, second is qualitative nature of the company. क्वांटिटेटिव नेचर आर बेसिकली मेट्रिक्स जैसे कि उसका मार्केट कैपिटलाइजेशन 2000 करोड़ से ज़्यादा होना चाहिए, प्रमोटर होल्डिंग 40% से ज़्यादा होनी चाहिए, ईयर ऑन ईयर रेवेन्यू ग्रोथ 20% से ज़्यादा होना चाहिए, आरओसी 30% से ज़्यादा होना चाहिए. नाउ दीज आर ऑल मेट्रिक्स. अगर आप काफ़ी नए हैं इन्वेस्टिंग से, आई डू रिकमेंड यू गेटिंग familiar with these terms because you're going to see them a lot, use them a lot, and it will help them in making decisions. So I think you should go out and learn all of these things. उसके अलावा I prefer companies that are low on debt. I don't want to invest in a company that is using a huge amount of leverage to generate profit. तो इसलिए banks, I usually stay away from financial institutions that invest or lend money are not my favorite kind of investments. And anything above like 0.3 D is a red flag for me. उसके अलावा I also look at some of the qualitative nature of a business. The business should have like a consistent and predictable and growing cash flow. Along with this, I expect that the business should be able to generate like high ROC over its lifetime and consistently. And it should be a monopoly. It's the best thing. It's the best thing to invest in monopoly because अगर आप एक monopoly में invest कर रहे हो, then all the small competitors are just going to get like killed by that monopoly. I also want my company to be listed for more than 3 years. थोड़ा experience होना चाहिए because ये पता चल जाता है कि how is management and how does the ground reality for a business looks like. The company that we are analyzing today, as per our subscribers' request, is Jamna Auto Industry. So let's deep dive into it and see what are its financials and how does it look like. तो market cap तो जमना ऑटो का is more than 2000 करोड़, तो पहला चेकलिस्ट तो अपना पास हो चुका है. उसके अलावा ROC 30%, that means company is able to employ its capital in a good way. They are also giving out dividend yield is pretty high. उसके अलावा let's see their quarterly result, how it has been doing. So company sale has been consistently growing और अभी कुछ last कुछ quarters में it has been going down. Let's see what management has to say about that. Okay, net profit, net it's a profitable company. So what is it doing? करती क्या है ये? The company has 60 to 70% market share in commercial vehicle OEMs in domestic market. Okay, the company might be a monopoly as well. Incorporated in 1965, that means the company's management might be competent क्योंकि काफी टाइम से ये लोग चला रहे हैं कंपनी को. Subsidiaries तीन हैं. What's the product? Leaf spring, leaf allied component, lift axle, blah blah blah. तो I'll be honest with you guys, like I don't know any of these like components क्या है, किस लिए यूज होते हैं. मैंने कभी खरीदे भी नहीं है, मुझे पता भी नहीं है. एंड इस कंपनी में एक let me tell you what's the problem with the business model. I'm just being like too critical. The Rotawater product does not have a brand value associated with Jamna Auto Industry. अगर कोई और कंपनी आके एक better रोटावेटर बनाएगा सस्ते cost में, then the suppliers who are using these components might shift to that other company. So this is one of the like red flag for this company, that it does not hold any brand value. The qualitative nature mein, I feel like it missed that, but again, it's a monopoly. 60 to 65% market share hai OEMs mein in domestic market, which is a good thing. Let's see what 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 other things exist in companies' balance sheet. Let's look at balance sheet. So company has not been diluting since last 10 years. Okay, that's a good thing. Reserve has been increasing. This is also a good thing. Uh, Fixed asset has been growing. Makes sense because it's a manufacturer. They need to build factories and do other things. Let's look at cash flow. So whatever profits that they're generating from operations, uh, either is getting spent in inventory. Basically, the fund our business model of Jamna Auto Industries, whatever profit it's generating, it's going to expand its operation, and they need to purchase fixed asset, build factories so that these operations can be scaled. So in the traditional business, I think so, and they have been doing it since a long time. So my first intuition is they should be good at it. Let's see. So recently, FIIs and DIIs have both sold this company in a big way, and public shareholders have increased for this company. So let's try to see what's the story behind it. So company sales has also been declining right now. Its traditional business operation is good. It's a monopoly, and it's getting sold at तो देखो सबसे ज्यादा लोएस्ट पी पे भी सेल नहीं हो रही है कंपनी, मतलब लास्ट 2 साल में सबसे ज्यादा सस्ती अभी सेल हो रही है, बट दिस इज कमिंग इन बैकड्रॉप ऑफ की पिछले कुछ क्वार्टर्स में द सेल्स हैज बीन रियली बैड. सो कंपनी के ट्रांसक्रिप्ट नहीं है यहाँ पे. आई डू नॉट लाइक दैट. ट्रांसक्रिप्ट से थोड़ा अपने को ये पता चल जाता है कि व्हाट इज द company's management trying to say and perform on their actions. Like, are they even competent to do those things? Let's take a look at PPT. तो यहाँ पे जमुना ऑटो के जितने भी प्लांट्स हैं इन लोगों ने बता रखे हैं, तो आई थिंक दे आर स्प्रेड आउट प्रिटी इवनली अक्रॉस इंडिया. So as I said, like यहाँ पे the key strength for Jamna Auto Industry is their distribution network. They don't have a brand value at all. But since they control most of the logistic and distribution network and have monopoly, it's hard to just come in one next day and like replace them in the market. अगर अपन customers की बात करें तो Jamna Auto has been supplying its component to almost all the major players in India: Tata Mahindra, Ashok Leyland. Okay, Maruti Suzuki is not included here, which has the largest market uh, share holding in India in terms of car manufacturing. But हाँ, I think these are companies that are selling decent amount of equipments in India, and ऐसा हो सकता है अब यहाँ पे कि अशोक लेलैंड और टाटा में ट्रक्स का कंपटीशन चल रहा है, वन इज विनिंग. But since both of them rely on Jamna Auto Industries for their component, so Jamna Auto is going to like have a profit from it, and they don't हैव अ रिस्क. हाँ तो ओके, इसको अपन इस कंपनी को एक दूसरे तरीके से भी एनालाइज कर सकते हैं. जैसे कि एक टाटा में अगर आप इन्वेस्ट करें तो टाटा का एक हमेशा बिजनेस ऑपरेशन में कॉस्ट आता है मार्केटिंग का. दे हैव टू सेल द प्रोडक्ट टू द कस्टमर, एंड इट्स अ बी टू सी company. It's not a B2B company. So that's why what happens is they spend a decent amount of money in marketing and making sure like the brand value remains for the company, and they have to maintain the customer service as well. In case of a B2B company, you don't have to like spend too much amount of money on creating that marketing campaign for you, क्योंकि आपके customers कुछ ही होने वाले हैं, and they're going to be really high paying customers. ओके, अब मैं बिल्कुल भी नहीं जानता कि क्या करता है प्रोडक्ट. आई एम नॉट अ मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर, एंड आई डू नॉट लाइक टू अंडरस्टैंड द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ इट. Let's take a look at quantitative nature cheat sheet for Jamna Auto Industry. अभी तक जितना अपन ने इनिशियल एनालिसिस किया है उसके हिसाब से द कंपनी हैज मार्केट कैपिटलाइजेशन ऑफ 4,000 करोड़, दैट मीन्स ऑलमोस्ट $500 million कंपनी है ये. And promoter holding is almost 50%, so it's also a green flag as per my investment philosophy. Uh, in the recent time, the revenue and the sales have been dropping, so that's why I'm considering this as orange, even though the ROC is greater than 30%. तो ऐसा हो सकता है कि the company is going through its downturn because the entire auto industry might be going through its downturn. But since I don't track auto industry, I don't know why the sales is down right now. And that's why the company is trading really low, and this might be a good time to buy position. And ऐसा केस लग रहा है यहाँ पे मेरे को. This company is low on debt, which is also a good thing. And the debt to equity ratio for this company is 0.13, which is not a red flag for a company of this size and this nature. So before jumping into qualitative nature of the company, I'm just going to analyze the independent auditor's report for the company to understand if there is any red flag that the auditor might be flagging. So, as per independent auditor's conclusion, the company does not have any major governing red flags. But again, uh, we have to take it with pinch of salt क्योंकि यहाँ पर उन्होंने बोल रखा है कि this is not a assurance, not a future viability of the company, nor effectiveness and efficiency of the company and management. This is just a thing कि हाँ they are मेकिंग और कीपिंग ऑल द चेक बॉक्सेस जो उनको करना चाहिए, जैसे सुबह उठ के ब्रश करना, नहाना एंड थिंग्स लाइक दैट. अगर अपन कंपनी के मार्जिन्स को देखें तो कंपनी डज नॉट ऑपरेट एट रियली हाई मार्जिन. एंड जैसे कि देख सकते हैं अपन कोविड के टाइम दे आल्सो हैड टू सस्टेन सम अमाउंट ऑफ लॉसेस. एंड नेट प्रॉफिट मार्जिन हमेशा कंपनी के 8 से 9% की रेंज में रहते हैं, विच इज़ नॉट अ high amount. And again, they are playing on volume rather than on brand value. Jesse, if you buy an Apple, the cost of an Apple iPhone or any Apple product is actually the 50% or almost 60% of the cost that they're selling you. I'm talking about the manufacturing cost. Because Apple enjoys the brand value, they can do this. However, the auto industry does not have that brand value and they cannot do it. So again, as I said, like if there is a competition in their space, जो कि इन सेम components को सस्ते प्राइस में बना के बेचना चालू करेंगे with good quality, then they are in trouble. They have to be ahead of the curve in terms of research and development so that their product is better than anyone else in the market. So what's my quantitative analysis of the company? Uh, in next 5 to 10 years, I do see the cash flow growing, but it's not going to be consistent. ऐसा हो सकता है there are bumps, जैसा कि अभी हुआ कि लास्ट 2-3 क्वार्टर से 4 क्वार्टर से ऑलमोस्ट सेल्स हैव बीन गोइंग डाउन. एंड इनकी सेल्स काफ़ी ज़्यादा डिपेंडेंट रहेगी ऑन द कॉस्ट एट विच दे आर एक्वायरिंग द रॉ मटेरियल्स, and the cost at which and the amount at which the manufacturers are able to sell the cars and the vehicles. Second is, I think the business has proven that it can generate a good ROC over a consistent period of time क्योंकि ये 1965 से operate कर रहा है and it has been listed for a long period of time as well. So business has a monopoly. It has to be a monopoly, but I don't think this is not a great monopoly. Like कुछ monopolies होती है जो बहुत ही ज्यादा amazing monopoly होती है, ऐसी monopoly है जो कोई और कंपनी आके अच्छी R&D से बीट कर सकती है. And they don't have that brand value, brand name associated with them. The only thing that they have is the factories and the product that they have built and they are producing. Now the company is not operating at high margins. The margins of company, net profit margins of the company are less than 10%. But again, it's not exactly a red flag क्योंकि कई कंपनीज ऐसी होती है जो कि लो मार्जिन्स पे ऑपरेट करती हैं एंड दीज आर स्पेसिफिकली डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन लेड कंपनीज. जैसे कि आप डी मार्ट को देखें, या फिर कोई ऐसी कंपनी देखें जैसे कि फ्लिपकार्ट. दे हैव real low margins because they are highly distribution led businesses and they have to operate at low margins. Is the management competent? I cannot judge that क्योंकि मेरे पास transcripts नहीं है उनके quarterly calls की. So I will not be able to judge on this factor. Now, whether I would like to invest in this company or hold or keep an eye out, I think I would like to keep an eye out for this company जब तक sales does not come back और I do not have a reason कि sales क्यों डाउन गई है in this year's annual report and अभी तक वो नहीं पता है अपने को. So until unless I have like strong reasons why the sales have gone down and there is a good trajectory that can pick up in the future, I would like to stay away from this company and just keep an eye out and not invest in this company at all. That's it for today's episode, guys. अगर आपको एपिसोड अच्छा लगा तो do it a subscribe button. It helps support this community. Along with this, अगर आप चाहते हैं मैं आपका portfolio review करूं, do send me a mail at vishalvealthview@gmail.com. Bye bye. Happy investing.